Okay. Sis out in, is out in. Ooh, hit it. Okay, let me stop because I've been gone for a freaking minute. I lied. I said I was gonna be consistent, and I have not been consistent. But today I am going to be talking about the IV, and I hope that y'all really watch this video before y'all move there, or if y'all live there, then y'all can probably relate. Hold on, it's a little hot. Here we go. Cute face, fat. Jump in my hat. We going outside. Okay. That was real ghetto with me. Alright, so hold on. Okay. Y'all, so I don't even want to be like, if you're new to my channel, subscribe and da da da. If you want to subscribe. If you don't, just pop up on here and next time you want to see a video. Anyways, so living at the Ivy, that was honestly, the Ivy was my very first freaking apartment, even though it's like student housing or whatever, but pretty much anyone can live there because I wasn't a student when I lived there. So the Ivy is an apartment in Tampa, Florida, apartment complex or whatever. And this is a little story within a story. So before I moved to the Ivy, I was dating this dude, and his best friend went out with this girl, and me and this girl became friends. And I remember she lived at the Ivy. This was probably like 2016, 2017. So I thought like the apartment was so nice, like based off of just what I seen on the outside, and then on the inside I'm just like, oh my gosh, this place is mad cute. So she was like, girl, don't move here, like this place is the worst. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Fast forward to freaking 2019/2020. Guess what my dumb ass did? I was stuck at the Ivy. So I moved out of my brother's place, and it was kind of hard for me to find an apartment because my first apartment really don't have I really don't have good credit like that. And I was in that student housing or whatever, and then my mom pretty much had to like co-sign or whatever so I could move there. So I looked on the website before I even like thought about moving there because I was like, oh shoot, I remember this place called the Ivy. So I looked on the website. The pictures look so nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like the office or whatever is super nice. The entertainment area is nice, where you know people can go and do their homework or like share that space or whatever next to the gym. I was like, it's really nice. So I'm skipping over a whole bunch of stuff. When I was looking at the Ivy, me and my mom were thinking of moving in together. We found an apartment, but since I don't have really good credit and I didn't want to tell them that I have 2 jobs because then they would have been like, oh, you make too much, we wouldn't have gotten the apartment. So signed up for the apartment. They said I didn't have good credit, but my mom does, so we couldn't get the apartment. I was like, okay, whatever. So then me and my mom, I found the Ivy, and I was like, oh mommy, like maybe we could move here. So we went there, and the lady, she showed us around, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this looks so nice. Like I really want to move here. Like the model and everything, like y'all could go on, I'm pretty sure they have a YouTube video. The model looks nice, but it's not compared to the freaking apartment. So they showed me the model and everything. Me and my mom fell in love with it. They were explaining everything, and this is how much I would be paying, this and that, da 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 da. Mind you, this is my first apartment. I don't really know nothing like that. So I'm at work, and the moving process is such a freaking hassle, y'all. Like, and then your job don't want to give you time off to freaking move, like crummy asses. But I started moving, and I'm at work, so they're sending me paperwork and whatever, and I'm signing, sending it back and forth or whatever. And then I think on a Friday my dad took me over there to drop off the papers and stuff. Mind y'all, me and my mom are thinking we're moving in together. They sent me, they were like, okay, this is your roommate's name and the email or whatever. If I have the email, I'll post. Is that a mosquito? Oh my gosh, I do not mess with bugs, bro. I hate mosquitoes. So I'm thinking me and my mom are going to move in together. They send me an email saying, oh, this is your roommate's name, da 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 da. Here's her number, her email or whatever. You guys can chat if you need to. I honestly don't even think me and her ended up chatting at all. But yeah, so in my head I'm just like, wait, so me and my mom aren't getting the apartment together? Because we knew, I think at the time I was there, the rent was going to be $6 something per room. So me and my mom agreed to that, and we thought that we were both going to be moving into the same place, like a 2-bedroom, like that's what we wanted. But they put that under the rug, I guess. I don't even know how you say the saying, but basically we were caught by surprise when I was the only one moving in. So that's what irritated me first. So I remember this was a Friday. After I got off work, I had all my stuff packed at my brother's place. My dad came over to help me get all my stuff, and we made it one trip, y'all. Mind you, I didn't really have anything with me. I don't like a lot of furniture. I mean, this is my like place, so I did buy some furniture, but I don't really like a lot of furniture because I don't like clutter. I like things really simple and stuff. So I just had my clothes and my bed that I was bringing with me. So we pull up, I'm excited. I go get the key from the front office or whatever. Y'all, as soon as I open the door, and I'm gonna like post the videos as I'm talking. As soon as I open the door, I'm just like, ew, like what is this? Like, y'all, the couch was like all chewed up. I mean, maybe they weren't oh, and that's another thing. They told me that I was going to get renovated furniture, and I know what renovated furniture looks like because when I was in high school, I had friends that went to USF, and they lived, I think it was like 69 something, and every year they would literally go into everyone's apartment and give them new furniture, whether they were staying there or like moving or not. Like, they would give everyone renovated new furniture. So I don't know if that's the same thing for the common area, but the couch was dusty. It was pretty much a pull-out couch. Like, y'all gonna see the video when I post it. It was a pull-out couch, and my sister said it looked like dust mites was on it because that shit was heavy as hell. They had like a black sofa recliner chair in there. That shit was beat the fuck up and raggedy. The kitchen was just pretty much what I saw was not what I got. So I was upset. And I walked in the door. I think my room was door A, and then I seen door B. So door B was a little cracked open. Excuse me, I guess my roommate was there because she wanted to introduce herself to me or whatever, but I didn't go see her right away. So I opened my room. Y'all, I kid you not, I'm such an emotional person, and it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Like, the mattress, the box and the fucking mattress was on the freaking floor. There was still trash in the closet, pillows up there. The furniture was not renovated at all. It was just gross and disgusting, and I was fucking livid. Like, I'm sitting there looking at everything, like I'm over here crying, and my dad was like, what's wrong with you? I'm just like, this is not what they showed me. Like, they said that I was gonna get new furniture, renovated furniture. Like, this room is dirty. Like, y'all, the carpet was dirty. Like, it was very frustrating because it's my first apartment, and I thought it was gonna be so nice and everything. Like, the website, the Instagram, like what y'all showed me and my mom was not what I got, and I was upset. Like, if y'all watching this, I'm dead ass tight because I was upset. So my dad, I'll never forget this. My dad pissed me off, but now that I look at it, it was funny. Like, this man literally bought all my boxes in. He bought my bed in because I bought my mattress with me. And he just looked at me crying. He's like, well, I gotta go back to work. And he left. Y'all, I was boohoo freaking crying. So I'm over here taking videos, pictures of everything. And I go to the office and they see that I'm crying. I'm just like, excuse me, I need to speak to someone. And oh, I will never forget her. It was a black girl that worked there. I don't know if she still works there now, but I was like, hey, I was told that I was going to get renovated furniture, but nothing's renovated. I took a picture of the blinds or whatever. The blinds were broken. The chair was beat up and dusty. Like, and y'all, it was like, I can tell that there was an animal in there. It might not have been a dog. I think it was a cat. But there was like fur everywhere in each freaking corner. So I don't even think they cleaned my room like they were supposed to. And when I left, I'm not even gonna talk about that, but I cleaned that place from head to toe for the next girl or whatever. But yeah, it was just like, it wasn't giving what it was giving. And I was like, I was supposed to get renovated furniture, nothing's renovated, the room is dirty, da da da. And she was like, oh well, you know, I'll you can go ahead and write so she told me to write somebody an email or whatever. And I was not having it. I was pissed as fuck. So I'm sitting there crying on the phone to my mom and my sister, and I think they weren't able to come that day or whatever, so they waited a whole week until the weekend so they could come. So I wasn't planning on staying because I wanted a new apartment. Like, y'all got me messed up with this dirty ass apartment. So none of my boxes were unpacked. So pretty much throughout that week, I just went to work, took my uniform clothes out the box, and did what I had to do. I think the first thing I did was I scrubbed that bathroom down because obviously I had to take a shower and all that stuff. But yeah, the only thing I really cleaned is the bathroom, and then I put my mattress on top of their mattress in their box or whatever, and just went from there because it was just freaking irritating. So my mom and my sister had came to see me or whatever, and they were like, my mom was mad as fuck because she was just mad because what we saw was not what I got. So my mom and my sister saw the place. We went to the office, and I think this is irritating me. But we went to the office. I'm so dramatic. We went to the office, and my mom was pretty much saying, me and my daughter were supposed to move in together. That's not what you guys told us. Because I did ask, like, we were asking, oh, like, do only students have to live here? Because I'm not a student. They were like, no, anyone can live here. And I was like, oh, okay, mommy, like, this would be perfect for me and you. So we had the intentions that the girl understood us, and me and my mom were going to get a place. So my mom was telling the girl off. She was like, oh, that's not what you said. And she was like, no, we only had one available, da da da. And sis, that's not what you said. You just wanted to make your commission and rent out an apartment or whatever. So that happened. And then there's a whole nother thing with the lease. Like, I still have the lease, the contract or whatever. It was really irritating. There's a lot that was in the contract, but mind y'all, this is my first apartment, so me reading over it, I'm thinking, okay, this is the move-in fee, this is that, and after I pay this is what I'm going to have to pay after. And I knew I wasn't crazy because I asked my coworkers, I'm like, hey, like, you had an apartment before, like, or you guys have an apartment currently, and you know, this is my first one, I'm not really sure how to read this lease. So they explained everything to me, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Just to make sure, I asked one of the people at the front desk, I'm like, okay, so I paid this much. I did my renter's insurance. I think I did my renter's insurance in like a bundle for the whole year. So I did my renter's insurance, I did my move-in fee. It was something else, I forgot. It was like another fee or whatever. So I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, so my next month rent would be like this much. And he was like, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, like, oh shit, like, this is a good ass deal. So my mom was telling the people out that happened or whatever. They told me I can't switch apartments, I'm stuck there, blah blah. I don't know if I talked about meeting my roommate yet, but let me jump into that before I jump into the next one. So I met my roommate. She had a daughter. She was pretty much explaining what was hers and what wasn't hers and this and that. And y'all, the common area was so disgusting. I wish I had took a video of the fridge, but y'all, it was like, I don't know if it was like a orange. Just talking about it makes me freaking cringe. I don't know if it was an orange or like bell peppers like in the back of the fridge, but that shit was fucking moldy. And the girl that was living there, she left it there. She was like, oh yeah, my roommate left that there, I'm not cleaning it. And I'm just like, ew, you have a kid though. Like, your daughter, what if your daughter goes in and out the fridge? Like, it was just so disgusting. So, you know, my Haitian ass, and I love to clean. Like, if you know me, I love to clean. I cleaned that room from head to toe. I cleaned the whole common area. I deep cleaned my freaking room. Like, it was just a lot that I had to do. So I was cleaning, and y'all gonna see the videos or whatever. So yeah, that happened. After I met my roommate, I was like, okay, yeah, she's not the cleanest or whatever. And on the application, I asked for a clean person. And y'all, don't get y'all hopes up. If it's not dorms to where y'all are like living on campus, don't believe that, oh, check where you're gonna live with a clean person, because the common area was always dirty. Even after that roommate left, I feel like this video is gonna be mad long, because this video is long overdue. It's 2021 and that happened like 2019, 2020. But yeah, don't be believing that when they're like, oh, check the box if you want a clean roommate, we'll match you up with the right person. People be freaking lying on their shit, knowing damn well y'all not fucking clean. So oh, excuse me, that happened or whatever. I don't even know where the freak I left off at. This video gonna be all over the place, to be honest, because I don't know where I left off at. That's so good. But oh my gosh.
Few moments later.
I'm definitely editing this out because I really don't remember where the fuck I was going with this story.
An eternity later.
My mom checked the girl, met my roommate, cleaned up. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, okay, so anyways, so pretty much like after the mishaps or whatever, they still never gave me anything new. So I told them, I emailed whoever the girl told me to email. I told them, you could come take the dresser. Oh, excuse me, mamas is gassy today. They took the dresser, they came and took the table. I left the chair because I need a chair. Like, I told them to come take their dusty ass fucking mattress because I didn't want that shit. I ended up buying a bed or whatever, set that up. I ended up buying a whole new desk from Target, set that up myself inside my room. Because if y'all told me it's gonna be renovated furniture, I want it to be new renovated furniture. Don't fucking play with me. I was about to do some stripper shit. What else? Oh, after they picked up the stuff, like I was scrolling on the website, and y'all, I wish I had read the reviews before I even moved there. I feel like they be paying people to put up reviews, because the Ivy is not all that at all. And why do a bunch of Haitian kids live there? Like, why y'all live at the Ivy? It's not all that. Like, living in your parents' house cannot be that bad. I'd rather take living in my parents' house. It honestly, if my mom had her own place, and if my dad had space for me, I would not be at my own spot right now, because paying bills is ghetto. Okay? But yeah, like, I noticed it was a lot of Haitian kids that lived at the Ivy. Anyways, that's neither here or there. But I was looking at the reviews and stuff, and it's like, this one girl, like she posted photos. It was a boy and a girl. They posted photos of like mold in their stuff. And I went back to my contract. Y'all, they put in their contract, they were like, oh, mold is bound to happen. That's something natural. You can't break your lease because of mold and this and that, da da da. I'm like, that's some bullshit. Like, ew. And they didn't even fix the mold or nothing. So yeah, it was like a whole bunch of stuff. Like there's roaches and the maintenance is bad. Maintenance was bad. I feel like they should have had more than one. I don't know if they had more than one person on maintenance, but it was just freaking terrible. Just like, ugh, living there. But my whole year living there, it was kind of lit because my friends like made it fun. We would have game nights and stuff at my house. I would always cook. They would come over. Now I don't really want people in my house like that. It's like I'm getting off traffic. What? I need a nap. I'm getting off track, but I don't want people really in my business like that. Like, you can't have everybody in your space, and like not everybody deserves your energy and attention. You know, I'm learning that from my nieces and my sister and stuff, but it's like I don't want anybody in my shit. If y'all want to hang out, we could go outside, but coming over, no, baby. And then when people be coming up to my house, they don't even be taking off their shoes. Like, no. Anyways, yeah, so why do I sound like that TikTok? So, what happened? My roommate, she texted me one day. She's like, hey, do you know anybody who wants to lease an apartment? And I was like, no. Like, no. So she was like, oh, could you ask? So I asked like 2 of my friends and they said no. And I screenshotted it to her. I don't know why I did that, like just to show her, I guess, that people were saying no. And I was like, yeah, nobody wants to. I think she told me her rent was like 9 something. And I'm just like, damn, sis, why you pay so much? I'm over here paying 6. Like, why you paying so much? And her room was smaller than mine. But after that, never really heard from her again. No, I think, y'all, my mom and my sister had came over to visit again. I think my mom was dropping off food. And then, y'all know how Haitians can be. My mom was like, oh, this is dirty. Like, sis, can you speak in Creole? She was like, oh, this is dirty. And I'm like, mommy, like, she's in the room. She's like, I don't care. She needs to clean up after herself. This is dirty. This is not the way to live. And y'all, I found myself, like, the girl, she didn't really like to clean up after herself. I found myself cleaning up after her a few times because I grew up to where dishes don't sleep in the sink. Yeah, now here and there, if it's really late, like an empty plate might sleep in the sink, or an empty cup might sleep in the sink. But sis had dishes with food on it, and it was just disgusting. And I'm not about to sit here in a roach infested house. Like, that's not me. So I found myself cleaning up after her multiple times. And after my mom was saying all that, I just felt embarrassed. So I'm just like, ugh, I really hope I don't see this girl. Like, you know, I'll wait till she leaves the house or whatever. I don't know. It was just weird because my mom just called you dirty and I feel bad, but you are. But I think like 2 weeks went by, and y'all, she was like leaving pizza boxes and the dishes were still in the freaking sink. So I'm just like, something not right, because I work all day and I'm off on the weekends. So I barely really heard her because she told me that she'd be out with her family on the weekends. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I barely heard her. I came home one day and I see a past due rent. And I was like, this can't be for me. So it wasn't in an envelope, so I just like opened the letter and it said her name. So I put it in the little mail thing on the table just so she could see. So in the meantime, I'm over here telling my friend, I'm like, yeah, girl, like, sis has overdue rent that she needs to pay, da da da. I think a few days went by, then I see another note on the door. It says eviction, and I'm like, is she not getting her mail? So at this point, I'm on FaceTime with my friend. She's like, knock on her door, like maybe she doesn't see it. Y'all, I went like this, like I would go to the door right now, but I'm a little too lazy. I went like this to her door and the door just flew open. Sis left. Like, sis grabbed all her stuff and she left. Like, I was like, ooh, okay. So that kind of took me by surprise. I was a little upset because I was going on strike by not washing her stuff, because I seen that every time I would wash her stuff, she would think that it's okay to just leave it there. It's not okay. Like, sis, pick up after yourself. We're grown here. Like, and you have a whole daughter. Like, come on now. So I was going on strike by leaving her stuff there, but once I seen that sis left, I was like, oh, it's a field day, y'all. I kid you not. That night I cleaned the house from head to toe. The house was smelling like bleach and pine sol. Smelled so freaking good. I was so excited that she left, because I was like, yes, like, I hope they don't bring nobody else up in here, da da da. I think like 2 weeks after that, I got an email and they were saying, hey, Fabiola, we're having a viewing later. Will you be home or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be home. So I hear a knock on the door. I don't really know why I had to be home in the first place. If y'all showing the apartment, y'all have the keys to everything. So I didn't understand why I had to be home. But anyways, me like usual, get off work. I cleaned up or whatever. I was making myself dinner and I was in my robe. I hear a knock at the door. I open it and it was the girl who showed me the fake ass fucking house or whatever. The fake ass model. And Hispanic girl or whatever. And I'm glad that Hispanic girl said no, because sis, I don't blame you. The models wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. So she was over here showing the girl and stuff the washer and dryer, the common area. She showed her the room, and I guess that girl said no. So a few months after that, I got another email and I got a new roommate. And I think the night that she moved in, this was the black girl, the night that she moved in, my mom had slept over because we were going to church the next day. So she texted me and she was like, hey, if you hear anything, this is me, your new roommate. I'm moving my things in. And I text her back in the morning. I was like, oh, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. So we come back from church. When we getting ready for church, I guess she was sleeping. We didn't see her. We come back from church. We see her. My mom starts warming up food and she invites the girl over. Not over, but she invites the girl to, like, yeah, you want food or whatever. And I was happy. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I got a black girl. She seems clean, da da da, this and that. I'm not gonna speak too much on her because I think we follow each other on Instagram. But she was telling me that she lived in the Ivy already and her apartment had flooded, so she got this apartment and stuff. And I think she said that she's been living at the Ivy for like 3 years now, and I guess she likes it, maybe because the pricing or whatever, but it wasn't for me because I'm too bougie for that. Yes, I said it. I am bougie, as I can't with that. Oh, excuse me. So me and her, we got along or whatever, but there was times where did I say she moved in with her boyfriend and her dog? I don't think I did. I left that out. But she moved in, well, her boyfriend had moved in with her, and she had a dog or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, the dog didn't smell too great, so I found myself cleaning the house, I would say every 2 days or every 3 days, but I was cleaning the common area more than I should have, like mopping it down, sweeping it, cleaning the dishes, all that stuff. And I noticed that she would have patterns too, where she would like leave the dishes and stuff. And I mean, me and her, we were cool to where if she cooked, she'd be like, hey, do you want something? Or if I cooked, I'm like, hey, I cooked, like, you can get food. Like, we were like that. But I just noticed that she didn't really like to wash the dishes, and that kind of like upset me, because it's like, I need to be clean. And if, like, mind y'all, I would have game nights at my house and my friends like to come over a lot, so I would always have to be cleaning and stuff. But me and her, we were cool, so we didn't have any beef or drama or nothing like that. Like, she was a really cool girl. Only thing I would say is that her and her man did argue a lot. And when they did, she would text me like, hey, my bad for the noise, you know, and this and that. And it would be kind of embarrassing because she would be like, get the fuck out. And low-key, I thought like he was gonna like rough her up, to the point where I was like by the door, because I didn't want to go into the common area or whatever, just in case things got crunk or whatever. But I was just waiting to hear like or something like that, just to call the cops, or like just to go out there to see what happened, because like them arguments would be getting a little out of hand. So fast forward to I think when she moved in, that's when COVID hit. Yeah, that's when COVID had hit, and yeah, it was just like an awkward time. And y'all, when COVID hit, like, they did not give no fucks. They still wanted their rent money. They kept sending people, because I was one of the main ones. I don't know if everybody else, like, their parents were paying for them to live or whatever, but baby, I am not a student. I work hard for my money, and my job was like, I was starting a new job, matter of fact, and they were like, oh, we're delaying it because of COVID. Like, baby, I got bills to pay. I was like this close, y'all. This freaking close to making an OnlyFans just to pay that rent, because they wanted that rent so freaking bad. Like, y'all can't wait. So, like, that was stressing me out or whatever. But, you know, rent got paid because of Trump and stuff. But, fast forward to my move out date. My sister told me to write them an email. I think she told me to write them an email like a month, not even a month, 2 or 3 months in advance, letting them know that I'm not going to be staying there any longer. So I wrote them an email. They had the nerve to be like, oh, we're so sad that you're leaving. Can you give us a reason why you're not staying with us anymore? Y'all know the reason why. Dusty ass apartment. I did not pay that shit no mind. So it's so freaking crazy, because I spoke to the guy anytime I had an issue, because that lease was not giving me no help at all. Anytime I had an issue, I would go to the leasing office and ask them questions, and they would give me the correct answer. So my last month there, I think I told them, because I told the dude, I was like, hey, I found a new place, which is this. I already paid the deposit for this, which was $1,500. So fucking much, y'all. Like, get y'all credit up, because yeah, no. I'm thankful for my place now. Lord, thank you so much. But $1,500, really. And then on top of that, the Ivy still wanted me to pay the rent or whatever, and I showed them this contract or whatever, and I'm talking to the dude at the office, and he was like, oh, okay, that's fine, like, we found somebody to move into your place, I think June 3rd or July 3rd or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, like, that's cool. Mind y'all, all my stuff is packed the F up and moved here. Like, my friend had helped me move, and all my stuff was moved here except for my mattress. So when I would come from work, I would go to the Ivy, clean up or whatever, and yeah, pretty much do all that. And I remember my last day there, my dad took my bed, and I cleaned that place from head to toe. I think I purchased cleaning products at Dollar Tree, and I left all the cleaning products there. Like, I wanted that room to be spick and span. I even cleaned up the common area for the girl who was moving, because they gave me her information too. And mind y'all, before I moved into the Ivy, they gave me, the girl who lived in the room before I did, they gave me her information too. And she ended up calling me. I don't know why the fuck she called me. She was like, hey, so what day are you moving in? And I'm like, it says it in my head. I'm just like, sis, it says it in the email, like, I'm moving in this date. She's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay. And then she hung up. I thought that was very weird, but I don't know what that was for. But the other girl that was moving in, me and her, we were texting. I might still have the thread, I don't know. We were texting, and I sent her, she was like, hey, can you please send me photos of the place? And I was like, no problem. And that's crazy. I should have asked homegirl to send me photos of her room, but my dumb ass, now I know better. And if y'all watching this too, y'all would not even think about moving into the Ivy, because it's not worth it. Anyways, so damn, what was I about to say? Yeah, so me and the girl were texting, and she was like, hey, could you send me pictures of the place? And I sent, I'll post the pictures in here, but y'all, I cleaned up real nice. Like, I cleaned sis's room up. I wiped the mirrors down. I vacuumed everything. Like, I did all that. And then y'all, they want us to charge $100 cleaning fee. Who's gonna pay that? Not me, because y'all damn sure ain't clean my fucking place when I moved in. Talking all this, oh, you have to move in at 6 p.m. because we have to get the apartment ready for you. Y'all did not get shit ready for me. I had to clean it myself. This is bringing back so many old emotions because I'm really tight that just fucking happened. But I sent her pictures, and I had left my bed there with their box spring. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my voice? I was gonna like throw it away, but before I took it apart, I was like, hey, like, are you moving in with the bed? She was like, I'm bringing my mattress. And I was like, well, to be honest, the Ivy doesn't really provide box springs or like the bed framing or whatever. I don't know if they do, but they just didn't provide me one. So I was like, would you want me to leave mine for you? Because I was going to throw it away. She was like, oh yes, please, you can leave it there for me, thank you so much. I was like, girl, no problem. So took a picture of everything, cleaned it up real nice, sent her the photos. She liked it or whatever. And then she told me, I think we had a conversation. I think our text lasted for like 2 days. She was like, yeah, you know, I'm moving in and my boyfriend's gonna be staying with me a little bit, but my parents don't know. And it was just a whole bunch of stuff. I think she was asking if I was Nigerian because of my name, Fabiola, and her boyfriend's Nigerian too. But I hope she likes the apartment now. I don't know what she's doing right now, but I hope I cleaned it up real nice for her, and I hope she likes it because the Ivy was just not it. I think that's all I have to say about the Ivy. I feel like this video was mad long, but I don't care. Ivy, if you're watching this, y'all really got me bumped. Y'all really got a bad bitch messed up because that apartment was not giving what it was supposed to give at all. Like, I'm real mad. And back to the whole thing about me telling the guy, like, hey, I got this new place. I paid the rent plus this deposit and the rent a month before I had to move out. And he was like, yeah, that's okay. We found somebody to take over your lease on the 3rd, so you don't even have to worry about your last month's rent. That's coming out of his mouth. I should have got that in writing. I was like, okay. So then, I got a email, or I think I got an email and a text or a letter in the mail, something like that. They were like, oh, you still owe da-da-da-da-da because something. And I'm just like, what? Like, okay. The girl said she could move in. I just want to say June 3rd. The girl said she could move in June 3rd. My ass been up out of the apartment. So I had nothing there at all except for my name, and I still had the keys. So the girl wanted to move in June 3rd. And I think my lease was originally supposed to be up June 17th or June 16th. So they wanted me to still pay for that remainder of the time when I'm not there. But the girl wanted to move in. So it's like, to me, they were trying to make extra money, which didn't really make any sense to me, because if the girl just moved in June 3rd, she would still be paying the rent and still be giving y'all the renter's insurance deposit and all that stuff. I'm just like, what? So I kind of got into it with my mom because her name is on it. So they ended up sending her, like, I think it was like for something, a bill or whatever. She ended up paying it. I paid her back or whatever. But I'm just like, that's a little weird to me, because that's not what homeboy was telling me. And I was trying to explain that to someone over the phone, and they were like, I don't know who told you that, but that was misinformation. And I'm just like, well, I guess y'all need to train. At this point, I was like fed up with them. I'm like, y'all need to train y'all employees better, because that's what he told me. I did not have to pay the rest of that rent money. Sis wanted to move in on the 3rd. I'm already moved in here, so I don't get it. Why am I out of breath? I don't know why I'm out of breath. But yeah, y'all, that's my story time on the Ivy. don't move there. Please read reviews before you move anywhere. Read the freaking reviews. Right now, my apartment, I didn't even read the reviews, honestly. I moved in blindly, but you know, I prayed on it, and this is my 2nd year here. I'm 2 months into my 2nd year or whatever. Well, it's been a year and a half. But y'all, please read y'all reviews before moving into anywhere, because it's not, people out here really be scamming people, and the Ivy was just not giving what it was supposed to give. Excuse me, at all. And y'all, I was scared half the time to go outside because it was this dude, and I think he still lived there. Like, I think I was taking the trash out. I'm just telling y'all, just to tell y'all. I was taking the trash out one day, and he followed me from the trash to my front door, and I'm just like, no, bro. Like, leave me alone. Not trying to downplay nobody, but you talking all this big shit like, I got my own place, I got my own place. I think a 1-bedroom apartment there is like 1,000 something, and that's because furniture is included. Baby, not me. I am comfortable at where I am living at. I pay Tico, I pay my sewer, my water, all that stuff, rent, you know, Spectrum. I pay all of that. Talking about some, oh, I got my own place, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck if you got your own place. This is student housing. This does not count. Yeah, if you live in student housing, it does not count because everything is included. Get some real bills, then we could talk. But yeah, y'all really need to read up on the reviews before y'all move anywhere. And then what the hell am I doing right now? That hurt really bad, but it felt good. But yeah, just read up before you move anywhere. And I think that's all I gotta say. And if you're still watching, do not move to the Ivy. It is trash, okay? TRASH. Trash. Fatla. Garbage. Okay? Anyways, so wait, how did Nikki say it? She was like
child. Anyway, so
okay, anyways, girl. I don't know how Nikki said it, but y'all, that's the end of my video. I think I'm about to go take a nap or call one of my niggas because I'm hungry. I don't got niggas for real. But yeah, I'm gone. Bye.